Canon in D is renowned as one of Johann Pachelbel's most famous pieces, and it's one of, if not the most widely performed pieces of Baroque music in the history of classical music. This presentation will go into detail to explain the history behind Canon in D and why it became so famous. This is my sound project presentation, and the song I'm doing is Canon in D. My name is Cindy Scofford, and this is for my class Music 200A. The main points I'm going to talk about today are the history behind this song, the biography of Johann Pachelbel, the Brooklyn Duo, and the elements of the piece. So a little bit of history behind the piece. It was written in 1980, published in the 20th century, and it is a Baroque style piece. This piece fits into the Baroque era because Canon in D is an improvisatory performance. The Baroque period was well known for its improvisatory performance practices that developed from three sources: the development of the basso continuo style, the interest of performers in conveying certain emotions, and the increase of variations on popular or folk songs. I found this information from Music Educates Journal. The Baroque era embraced painting, sculpture, architecture, decorative arts, and music. It bolstered the modern inheritance of the classical and the romantic alike. It gave purpose to architecture in the age of post-World War II humanism. I found this information from Encyclopedia Britannica. The Baroque era became a period of rediscovery and led the unearthing of early music with transcription and performance. We don't know exactly why Canon in D was composed, other than it might have been composed for Johann's older brother, Sebastian Bach, as a wedding gift. Overall, the historical period and the significance of this piece can help in understanding the purpose for which it was written and understanding the composition of the piece. A little bit of biography about Johann Pachelbel. He was born in 1653 in Nuremberg, Germany. His nationality is German and his family is in the middle class. Hans is his father and Anna is his mother. He had 4 siblings: Amelia, Charles, Theodore, Johann, Wilhelm. He married twice, once to Barbara. However, her and her only son died in the plague in 1683. Then he went on to marry Judith Drummer, and they had 5 sons and 2 daughters. I found this information from New World Encyclopedia. Johann Pachelbel had a very successful career and studied with renowned music teachers. Starting his music training under Heinrich Schwimmer, he later studied under Caspar Pretz, and through him embedded the essence of the contemporary Italian music. His musical talent was further accentuated as he shifted to Vienna, where he met many well-known masters. While Johann Pachelbel was alive, he had many successes and accomplishments. Pachelbel was best well known as an organ composer. He wrote more than 200 pieces for the instrument, both liturgical and secular, and explored most of the genres that existed at the time. Pachelbel was also a prolific vocal music composer. Around 100 works survive, including some 40 large-scale works. Johann Pachelbel in the end had a major success in music and will forever be remembered for his best work of Canon in D. Now moving on to the Brooklyn Duo. They were founded in 2014, Marnie and Patrick. They had met at a Chamber Music Festival in 2016, 2006, and were married in 2012. Both worked as professional musicians after graduating from the Juilliard and Eastman Schools of Music. Marnie was a principal pianist of the New World Symphony in Miami, and Patrick was a founding member of the popular cello rock band Break of Reality. This husband and wife duo did an amazing cover of Canon in D, and you can find the video via YouTube. I found this information from the Brooklyn Duo website. Marnie spent 3 years as a principal pianist of the New World Symphony in Miami under the direction of Michael Tilson Thomas. In high demand as a pianist in New York City, she worked with several opera companies, including the Gotham Chamber Opera, and was also on staff as a collaborative pianist at the Juilliard School after graduating. Lard is a cellist and composer/arranger. An avid composer and arranger, Patrick has written music for all 3 of Break Reality's original albums, as well as arrangements for the band's covers album. His songs are streamed over 20 million times on the radio, and his music has been featured on national television programs, including NBC, PBS, and he went on to win an Emmy. Now moving on to the specific elements of the song. I noticed first that Canon in D is an imitation-based song, and the key is in D major. With this being said, the tempo of Canon in D is 73 beats per minute at halftime. The meter is 4/4 and the melody is 3-part. The harmony can be described as the cello played the first phrase of the melody. The piano comes in to repeat the melody in unison with the cello, continuing to repeat the melody as the cello moves on to new themes of music, providing a familiar harmony. The rhythm is standard, using quarter notes and with 8 notes. Starts off simple and then gets more complicated. The last observation I noticed about Canon in D was the dynamics of the music, that due to the textures thickening, the music gradually gets louder. I found all this information from Galaxy Music Notes. And I will play a sound clip from Canon in D now. So this sound clip really spoke to me, and I really could understand the elements because I can really see there's unity, really hear that there's unity along with parts of contrast. The cello presents a melody, then the piano on the next phrase demonstrates the same melody for a phrase of unity with the cello. Then the cello moves on to a new theme, leaving the piano to continue the old melody. As I listened to this sound clip of music, I started to hear new things I didn't catch the first time. When I first listened to it, I didn't realize how the piano always complemented the cello with the melody, and then how that the melody gets turned into the harmony as the cello moves on to a new theme, causing a canon effect. Canon in D was successful at achieving its purpose because the piece is highly expressive and the dynamics are easy for the listener to interpret. Johann Pachelbel brings his music to life through many elements that you hear in the piece. All these elements combine to create purpose for the piece and enjoyment for the listener. And here is my works cited page.